One, we got triangle ABC. We're going to reflect it across the x-axis. Here's my x-axis. Okay, so I'm just going to reflect it down. C is 1 space away. A is 5 spaces away. And B is 6 spaces away. All right? There's my new triangle. I'm going to put a 1 in the middle because that's my first transformation. Okay, I reflected across the x-axis. What am I going to do now? Reflect across the y. We're going to do the second thing it tells me to do, which is reflect across the y. Here's the y-axis. B prime is 3 spaces away. A prime is 8 spaces away. C prime is 6 spaces away. Okay, this problem is really, really important. I hope you're watching this. And that's where we end up with our triangle 2, right? Give me a thumbs up if that's what you got for number 1. Okay, we reflected over the x first. We didn't go back to our pre-image, right? Triangle 2 should not be in quadrant 1 because we're using our first image to then make our second image, right? Now, something interesting about doing this little double reflection here, if I go back to my pre-image triangle, everybody watching this? Yeah? If I go back to my pre-image triangle, there's A, there's B, and there's C. Okay? And if I were to rotate this 180 degrees, how many times am I going to turn it? 2 times. 1 turn. 2 turns. What do we notice?
Oh my God,
We turned it twice.
We turned it twice, and where did it end up?
the same place.
In the same place. Right? I'll show you again. We started here at the pre-image. I'm going to go to the left this time. I turn it once. I turn it twice. Boom. And I end up, A is in A prime, B is in B prime, C is in C prime. They're all in the right spots. Yeah.
So, is that how you're supposed to do the, what's it called? The degrees?
What do you mean?
Like, is that how you could do it? Like, you could do it like
This-
that, like 2 mirrored images?
Yeah, only for 180 degrees. Only for 180 degrees. Because look, if I had rotated this counterclockwise, is it in the same spot as my red triangle? No, it's all messed up, right? But 2 turns, it works out. Now, 180 is the easy one anyway, so it's not necessarily a shortcut. But there's going to be a question on the test that asks you, like, check all of the transformations that you see. And it's going to give you something like this, where there's this triangle and that triangle. Okay? There's a reflection on the X and the Y, but it could also be a 180 degree rotation. Give me a thumbs up if you see what I'm talking about. Okay. What questions can I answer about understanding that? No? Okay. Number 4, we're doing a couple things. First, we're going to translate. What direction am I translating here in step number 1? To the left and? Down. -5, it means we're going down. -4 means we're going left. So I'm going to take these points. I'm going to go 4 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 to the left. Boom. 5 down. Boom. Is that right? Yeah. J prime. K prime. And then L, we're going to go 4 to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's L prime. You okay? So there's my first triangle all the way down in the bottom left corner. Triangle number 1. Now we're going to rotate this triangle. How many degrees are we going to rotate this triangle?
To the right.
1 time and to the right. So I'm going to plus my origin, dot, dot, dot. Am I using the right triangle?
Yes.
Yes, I am. I'm not going back to my pre-image. I'm going to my newest triangle. And I'm going to turn to the right, to the right, to the right. We end up in quadrant 2. I got to be careful with my points. There's J double prime, K double prime. Yeah, that's right. That looks right to me. Ooh, where's L? Oh. L double prime. There's my triangle 2. So we took our pre-image, we went left and down. First, we rotated up to the right. Second, now we're going to reflect across which axis?
The y-axis.
The y-axis. Now, if you had taken this triangle and rotated it the wrong direction and you ended up over here, and then you reflect on the y-axis, we're going to be like right on top of our first image. If you see something like that where the triangles are like overlapping, immediately you know you did something wrong. Okay? Especially on the test. Every triangle should have its own little place. They're not always going to be one in each quadrant, but I'm never going to give you a problem where they overlap because that's really gross. I don't like that. So if I'm reflecting across the y, I'm going to count over. Thank you. K double prime is 6 away. I'm going to go 6 more. For K triple prime. L double prime is 9 away. I'm going to go 9 more. For L triple prime. And J double prime is 8 away. I'm going to go 8 more for J triple prime. And there's triangle 3. All right, so we took this triangle, we moved it left and down, we turned it to the right, and then we flipped it over the y-axis. Okay? If this is a little bit tricky for you, we're going to get a lot of great practice today with worksheet 25, which is essentially our study guide for the test. Okay? Any questions I can answer about this? Anybody's number 4 look like mine? Anybody turn the wrong way and end up over here? It's okay if you did. I saw it a couple times yesterday. It's totally fine. Just make sure we understand kind of which direction we need to be going, okay? So the worksheet that we're going to get today, worksheet 25, looks like this. This is exactly what your test is going to look like, okay? Exactly what it's going to look like. Different coordinates, obviously, but this right here, just number 1, that's half the test. So we're going to do half the test 1, 2, 3, 4 times today. That's why it's the only thing on our docket besides book it if we have time for it. You really need to be able to do this. Again, if you don't know how to do this, that's half the test gone right there. If I get half of the percentage points, what grade is that?
50%.
50%. Is that good?
No.
Yes.
No.